Hey, what's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? What's up, my Dare to Be Sober Facebook group? Hope you're all having a happy Friday. Today, Friday is one of the most difficult days, was one of the most difficult days to stay sober for me. I know it's a difficult day to stay sober for you. So if you're just starting on day one, starting over on day one, or you've been sober for a little while, hopefully you're having a happy Friday and a happy sober Friday and a hangover-free Saturday morning to look forward to tomorrow. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 rules that are going to make quitting easier for you. It's not going to be completely easy. I think that's a disservice to tell you that, but it is going to make it easier for you to quit drinking. So if you're on day one or starting over on day one, or you just, you want to have a little bit more education around what's going to make things easier for you, today is the video you're going to want to watch. Let's get to it. All right, guys, happy Sober Friday. Today we're talking about 3 rules that I have that are going to made quitting easy for me, or easier than it was. I mean, you still have the cravings, you still have those things, those hardships that you need to go through in the beginning, but it definitely made things a little bit easier for me when I finally committed to quit drinking for good. So that was about 3 years ago. July 28th will be my 3 years of sobriety. So what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about how to make it easy today. But just before we do that, we're going to give you a medical warning. If you cannot go 1 to 2 or more hours without drinking, it can be dangerous to quit. Please seek medical attention. This is not medical advice. I do not give medical advice. I'm not a doctor. I am a sober life coach. So I can help collaborate with you on your goals, but I cannot give you medical advice. So please, if you can't go to more than 1 to 2 hours without a drink, it can be dangerous. There's a difference between an alcoholic and a problem drinker. An alcoholic is physically addicted to alcohol, and they can have withdrawal symptoms. They can have tremors, shakes. They can potentially die if they don't get medical attention. And a problem drinker is just psychologically addicted. It's if you go more than 1 or 2 days without a drink. They usually call those functioning alcoholics. So I don't like the term alcoholic, but you are functioning in the world. So if you can do that, you're just a problem drinker. Here's a few tips that I used to make things a little bit easier for you on your sobriety journey. So if you are sober today, how many days have you gone? Give me a comment below, or just you can DM me. I'm always happy to hear people, making the decision to quit drinking. And, I always love to hear those stories because, 3 years ago, I was depressed. I was fat. I was overweight. I was, I was financially in a lot of debt. And those things are slowly getting better now. I couldn't even run a business. I always had a dream of being a life coach. I always had a dream of helping people. I always thought I had a purpose in life, and alcohol took that purpose from me. And I was even going to things like Toastmasters. It's a public speaking group, and I was even winning contests. They have a world championship speaking every year of Toastmasters. I don't know if you know that or not. I didn't know that, and as soon as I got into it, I was like, hey, I'm actually pretty decent at this, so let's give it a shot. I got to like the district level, so that just below the world stage of public speaking of the competition. So that was pretty cool. That was fun, but there was one thing holding me back, and that was alcohol. I never got beyond my potential. So definitely one of the best decisions I made in my life, and hopefully you're making that decision today, or you've already made it and you're going to stick to it. So number 1 is you must commit to this for good. You must be committed to quitting. Okay, making this commitment for the next 30 days. You will, if you make the commitment, you will take action, and you cannot dabble. Okay, the reason I relapsed so many times before trying to quit drinking. The reason I would say I'm never doing this again. You're hungover, you're sad, you're depressed, you got anxiety, and then 2 days later or a day later or that night, you got a beer in your hand, you got a vodka in your hand, you got whatever in your hand, and you're drinking again. You can't understand why you're in this cycle. It's because you haven't committed. Okay, you haven't made the commitment, you haven't made the decision, you haven't reached your pain threshold that's going to drive you to that. So you got to be committed. Okay, and I do have a program. It's called the Relapse Reinvention, and that's that 30 days where you are committed. I'm going to hold you accountable. You are going to be committed to getting to 30 days and beyond, and hopefully getting addicted to purpose, not alcohol, by the end. You leave alcohol behind for those 30 days, but you got to be committed to taking action and doing the steps that are needed to, fix that cognitive dissonance, fix those beliefs, fix those things in your life. Relieve that stress in a better way, relieve that anxiety in a better way, relieve that depression in a better way, and just, get on with your life, because I just think people needlessly suffer due to alcohol, and that's just not good. So don't dabble, please. And don't fall into the trap of moderation as well. Guys, moderation does not work. I've had a few people on Facebook saying, I'm going to moderate, I'm going to do this and that. And it never ends up good, because guess what? Alcohol is a poison. And, someone was actually arguing with me. Well, not really arguing, but someone was, trying to say alcohol is not a poison. And I said, yes, it is. And they said, that's a pretty bold statement. But let me just tell you that in 1988, I do believe, it was declared a carcinogen. And a carcinogen is something that in your body that causes cancer. Okay. 2014, the WHO came out with it as well, saying that it is a carcinogen and it does cause cancer. So, it's just like cigarettes, just like asbestos, just like all these other things that came out as causing cancer. Alcohol causes cancer too. So it's just one of the health things that, we should be aware of when we're drinking alcohol, because, it's definitely not good for us, and it is a poison. Okay. So another two. So we know we're going to commit to this next 30 days. We're going to commit to, and I like long-term goals. Taking it a day at a time is okay. But I mean, if you have a plan and you have an action plan and you have your sober toolbox to deal with cravings, to deal with the things that come up, and you have a plan to get to the next 30, 90, 60, 10 years from now, where are you going to be, So just be aware of that, okay? And just commit to those 30 days at least, just to, even if you don't make it the 30 days, which I can guarantee you will if you get rid of that cognitive dissonance. But even if you don't make the 30 days, what's it going to hurt you? You committed to something, and then you went back to it. But I'm just going to let you know that if you commit to something and then you fall off track, it's a lot harder to come back on track. So just commit to it for the next 30 days or whatever. Just set a goal for yourself and get a calendar, cross the days off, and just try and reach that goal, because guess what? Once you reach the 30 days, you're going to want to go to 60, because you're going to feel so much better. Your finances are going to start to get better for sure. Your health should start to get better, unless you've, had long-term damage, but most people haven't. Your liver and your body is very resilient when it comes to regenerating itself. So hopefully you don't have any long-term damage. And if you don't, your body and everything's just going to kind of restore itself, and you're going to feel so much better, so much healthier, so much happier. Your relationships will improve. There's tons of benefits of just going 30 days without quitting alcohol. Imagine me at 3 years. I feel good, but imagine what I'm going to feel like in 10 years from now. You know what I mean? So just commit to it, okay? Because it's definitely going to be worth it. Number two, let's be aware of our inputs around alcohol. That's going to make it a lot easier to quit. So look around and you see alcohol for what it is, okay? Marketing and alcohol are going to be there forever. I was talking to someone the other last week, talking about how they quit doing drugs. And, it was a lot harder for them to quit alcohol, because they see, drugs are frowned upon, but alcohol is definitely not frowned upon. In fact, sometimes it feels like you are an outsider just for quitting. And that's why I created Dare to Be Sober, because you're daring. You're a daring person to put your health first and ignore the marketing, ignore the societal beliefs that alcohol is not a poison, ignore all those things that they've been inputting to you, not just into you from the marketing, but they've input it to other people and they pass it on to you. Okay. So be aware of what's being put into your subconscious mind. There's a man named Jim Rohn. I don't know if you know him. I'm really into personal development, but Jim Rohn always says, stand guard at the gate of your mind. And it is so true. Not related to alcohol, but I quit watching the news early this year. 2020 was a crazy year. I was really upset about the things going on that I had no control over. And the news was just one of those things that was just pumping in, things into my life that I really didn't need, and I really don't need the news anymore. And I got rid of it. And I'm kind of blissfully unaware of a lot of things that are going on. And my life is so much better because I didn't want my subconscious mind to be, torn down by the media. And it's the same thing with alcohol. You don't want you don't want those subconscious things going into your mind and, creating those beliefs, those underlying beliefs that you have that then, control your conscious mind. So when you try to quit drinking, your subconscious mind is just going to keep repeating these habits, and you're going to wonder, why do I want to quit drinking, but I can't? It's because your conscious and your subconscious mind aren't aligned on what you need to do. So, and the conditioning is all around us. Let's start questioning that today, guys. Let's look at the advertising. I know one of the big things that for me, one of the big things for me was just being aware of movies. How they're drinking in movies. They're always drinking champagne. They're drinking to relax. They're having a nice glass of wine at the end of the day, relax. Those kinds of things are planted there so that you think, a drink is going to help me relax. It really doesn't, though. If you know what's going on chemically inside your brain, you actually end up lower on the relaxation scale than before. And then the next day, if you continue to drink, and you continue to seek that euphoric feeling that you wanted, just that relaxation, you're going to continue to drink, and it's just not going to be good. So you really want to just take a look at those and start asking yourself why people around you want to keep drinking. Why does my husband, why does my best friend, why did this person, why do they want to keep drinking? They know it's bad for them. Even if they have one drink to 20 drinks, it's all the same. It's all poison. So why do they drinking? It's because they see that there's a benefit to alcohol when there really isn't, if you know what chemically goes on in your brain. And over time they're slowly going to build a tolerance to it, and they're on a slippery slope to having a problem with drinking, and they'll be in the exact same spot you are, over time. So, just ask yourself why would they drink poison if it doesn't give them a benefit? It's because it's marketing. It's because it's, societal beliefs. And I know a lot of countries, it's almost a badge of honor to go out and get wasted and do dumb things. I know in Canada, definitely, people are known for their beer drinking. People are known for, going out and doing crazy things when they're drunk. And that's just the way society is, because they've been trained to be that way. So just be aware of the inputs that go in, because your inputs become your outputs in life and with alcohol. So, okay. And then when you're ready, 3 to 4 weeks. Okay. I don't want you to go out and do this right now. But 3 to 4 weeks from now, when you're ready, we're going to, in the program, we actually are going to try to get people to you go into a situation where there's going to be alcohol around you near the end of the program. And then that is where the magic happens, because you're going to realize once you've trained your subconscious mind, when you see alcohol for what it is, then you're going to realize that, hey, alcohol is going to be around me forever. I need to learn how to, put myself in these situations, and I need to learn how to deal with it and not drink. And eventually, guys, you won't even think about it. You're going to be ordering up soda or whatever your favorite non-alcoholic drink is, and people are going to be drinking around you, and you're just going to be wondering, why the hell are they drinking this poison? And that's where I want to get you 3 to 4 weeks into my program, and 3 to 4 weeks from now in general. You're not going to get rid of alcohol in your life. There's always going to be people who are drinking. There's always going to be a social event you need to go to. Alcohol is always going to be there. You can't just lock yourself in a closet. I mean, you can make more positive choices, you can hang out with more positive people, but it's going to be there. And you just need to be able to say I'm not a drinker, and with confidence, and say no, and then manage those cravings in the beginning, and then realize alcohol has no benefit to you. And once you realize that, the cravings will go away, and you'll see alcohol for what it is. It is a carcinogen. So okay. So yeah, just like I said, guys, stopping relapse means changing how you see alcohol. For me, the relapse stopped when I was able to get my head around the fact that alcohol had no benefit to me at all. And the absolute truth is, guys, alcohol does not have any benefit. These studies that they put out, alcohol is good for your heart, or wine is good for this one. Those are paid for by the alcohol industry. It's a $1.75 trillion industry, guys. Just let that sink in. $1.75 trillion the alcohol industry is going to make, and then by 2024. That is ridiculously crazy. And with lockdown, with 2020 going into 2021, some countries like mine are still in lockdown, but the liquor stores are still open. People are anxious. People are depressed. People are looking for something, and they can't even go to church here to relieve relieve that stress or get, a sense of community. The churches are closed, things are closed except the liquor stores. So what's going to happen there? People are going to eventually go to that that thing they think that's going to relieve their stress because they've been trained to think that, and that is alcohol. And eventually, they'll eventually they'll be on a slippery slope to having a problem with drinking, like you are if you're watching this live stream. So anyways, guys, just today, go out and just step number one was let's see alcohol for what it is. Okay, it has no benefit, and let's commit to that. Let's commit to the next 30 days of just being alcohol free, and realizing moderation doesn't work, and let's not dabble. Let's commit to the next 30 days. Let's be aware of our inputs. Let's look at the marketing. Let's question why people around us are drinking. If it doesn't have a benefit, why would they drink poison? Because they've been subconsciously trained to do that by the marketers. Okay, and then when you're ready, 3 to 4 weeks from now, let's put ourselves in a situation where there's going to be alcohol around. And let's prove to ourselves that we can handle those situations by, being around it and feeling like seeing it for what it is, and just kind of wondering why this person would want to drink this poison instead of, thinking of it something is missing out. You're gonna go from can't have to don't want, and once you go to don't want, the alcohol will be completely a different thing for you. So it's just about changing how you see alcohol, watching your inputs, committing to quitting, and committing to that long-term goal. Because, guys, like I said, the truth about alcohol is it has no benefit at all. It is a carcinogen. It is poisonous. It's going to cause cancer. It can cause heart disease. It can cause, violence. It can cause car crashes. It can cause you financial stress. There's a whole bunch of things that go along with alcohol that you don't need in your life, and I don't want you to needlessly suffer. So, anyways, guys, I do have a Relapse to Reinvention 30-day coaching program, 1-to-1. I have a few more spots left open. It starts on June 7th. If you are interested in that program, if you're sick and tired of starting on or over on day one, and you need some help, you need some accountability, you need some guidance how to train yourself to see alcohol for what it really is, and get rid of that cognitive dissonance, and just live a happy, healthy life over the next 30 days and beyond, then just give me a DM. Shoot me a message, or you can book a quick chat with me. We'll have a quick video call here on Facebook or Zoom, whatever works for you, and we'll just see if you're right for the program, and we'll see if I can help you. And if not, there's plenty of other quit literature out there. There's plenty of other things you can look at, but that's my program. So. And that's because I'm on a mission to help 1,000 people go from 0 to 30 days of sobriety and beyond, because I really do think people can kick this habit and get it out of their life for good, because it's just very important to me that, I don't want people to die of cancer. I don't want people to die of suicide. I don't want people to needlessly suffer with this substance that is so prevalent in our society. So anyways, guys, that's what I'm passionate about, and I really want to help you. So if that's something you want to see what's going on with that, just give me a DM or shoot me a message, or book a quick chat with me, and we'll have a quick chat about if the program's right for you. It starts on June 7th. Anyways, guys, have yourselves a meaningful day. We will see you guys in the next video tomorrow. I don't know if I will be live tomorrow. It is Saturday and Sunday, but I will definitely put out a video just to keep this going with the next 30 days. So anyways, have a meaningful day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.